We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Danny Amendola on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Wilson on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And Josh Hill has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Let's go get it, baby. Let's go out. Got it, got it. 48. Good jumbo. Good jumbo. Good jumbo.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And this is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
19.
On third down, Wilson. Now he'll escape to his right. Looking deep now for Amendola. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three. 21.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Going to throw right side here, complete. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now it's Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Wilson steps away to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Procise. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebacker.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried? You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
11. Go ahead. 12.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. On play action, now Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's going to be caught. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And the Niners have taken the early lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. Now Amendola. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught by C.J. Prosise.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
Hey, gun. 12, fellas, here we go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
65.
Garoppolo on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go. 80.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Here we go. 21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
21. Here we go.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. This will be caught inside the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now McKinnon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
6. 21.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
11. 21.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back with more after this. On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. He's got Lockett. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. action. Garoppolo. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Barkevious Mingo. Coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
13.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Everyone's got 4 down. Behind. 63. 12, fellas, here we go. Behind.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with it?
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Malik McDowell getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And an alley to run. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a give to Penny. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
He'll dump it off to Procise. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. Garoppolo 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The tight end, Kittle, has it on the left side. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that will not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now Wilson on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On 3rd down, Wilson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Don't take forever, okay? Let's go, 14. Tempo, tempo.
Now Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
Well, they faked it and got nothing for their efforts on that one. So I've got to ask you, partner, I can't begin to imagine what they were thinking there. They kicked the field goal. They get to overtime. Yeah. Instead, it looks like a loss.
Tried to bite off more than they could chew. Don't know why you don't take the 3. And now they're in a bad spot. Garoppolo looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
11. Here we go.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Garoppolo to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jaron Reed in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
11, 11. 57
To throw is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Go ahead.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Instead of making him earn it on 4th, they jump and give him the first.
I love the way you just phrased that. Didn't really have to earn it, did they? Bad discipline on the defensive side of the ball.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Rosas good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Under pressure, they got him again. Eric Armstead in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Niners, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals.